Star Wars Force Arena players, welcome to this brand new video. This is going to be a bit shorter video than I'd normally do for, say, a deck video. Going to see two games of 1 versus 1 ranked in the level 8 tier. So for those of you guys who are returning back to the game and looking for a deck, or who are new to the game, want some ideas and some suggestions, these videos are going to be designed and aimed at you. So I am playing one of my favourite leaders, which is Seven Sister. Please pause the screen to check out the decks that we're both using, and we'll start the game. So I always like to be patient in a game of 1 versus 1, simply because I don't know what tier they are, I don't know what cards they've got, I don't know what levels, and all these kind of things go through my head. And if you are super aggressive at the start, you'll end up spending all the energy, and then it's going to be game over. But what I'm going to do now is, because it's committed top left, I've got space down here to make a cheap attack. With Seven Sister, because the deck is relatively strong in terms of you've got so much variety to make an attack with, you don't need to necessarily have a tank or a sentry droid or whatever it is to make a push. Like right there, I just used Blazeman, Riot Troopers, and I had an airstrike to back me up, and I took out a turret from that first attack. Now if you haven't got Fifth Brother at all, I would suggest that you either use a sentry droid or a sand trooper as a replacement. And it isn't necessary to have him in this deck. I have him because he's level 2. If he was level 1, I probably wouldn't be using him, because he'd be too weak. Especially in the higher tiers right now, many of my cards are just so underleveled, and it's really starting to hurt at the moment. So I had a game today where he was level 4, his unique was level 4, and I was level 2 and a unique level 1, and that just is just not going to happen. But in the lower tiers, there's not so much of an issue, to be honest. But he's made a push down the bottom right now with his unique Chirrut. Again, stunned him there. Unfortunately for me, hoping, and he should have been really a bit closer to the turret, and that way the turret could have opened fire on him and done some damage and helped. But right now, he's respawning. I want to make another attack and try and take out his turret. And my droids managed to get destroyed. When I went to try and jump over, I actually jumped the wrong side of the barrier. Otherwise that attack would have been a little bit swifter with my tank backing me up. And sometimes one thing I like to do is, as well, if I'm really low in health and the enemy leader is dead or respawning or about to die, then I might do a kamikaze and suicide a turret just to get killed. And then what that does is then any troopers who are behind you have been given a little bit more time to catch up on a turret and do a bit more damage before they die. And that reason is you're not vulnerable, you're not left open to an attack by your opponent because they're busy dying or respawning. So for me, they're the best opportunities to, I don't know how I missed that, answers on a postcard. They are the best opportunities really to die, if there ever was a good time to die in this game. But so Blaze's made a push now. What I've done is do an airstrike there, and then just throw down Blazeman bottom right. The game's going to be over now with just 10 seconds to go. It's going to be a GG for us against a player who's just a little tad higher than us in terms of the tier. But it was a good game overall, and we take the win, the crystals, and the day. GG. Thank you very much. Very nice. New Separatist gunships swooping in there to take out. New map as well. So for those of you who don't know, I made a new alt guild as well called Camino Cloners, so if you're around and want to play, get in there. But this is the first game I've ever had against a Yoda, so this is really exciting to see what Yoda would have up his sleeves. So I'll have to be super cautious because Yoda really is powerful. And as you can see in the decks at the bottom, his cards were surprising. When I sort of saw at the end of the game, I thought, wow, he's used the gunship, it's only level 4. Which is really a bit weak. You really, for this tier, you really want to have a rare card, at least 6, 5 minimum 6, really, to make a difference. So right now he's got Royal Guards and he's got a tank in there, so he's got an expensive deck. I can see straight away. Tank's only level 4, so it's not particularly strong against my level 6 tank. Keeping everything away from the turret. Do stun Yoda, and now go for the kill. Bit of carnage in here, just to see what he's got. Because our deck is quite cheap, we've got such cheap cards like the Stormtroopers are there, the Riot Troopers, the Blazeman, relatively cheap, and they can deal so much damage for such a low cost, as you will see shortly. So right now, I'm just going to see what Yoda does. I'm going to sit back, let my energy recharge. There's no point throwing units down just to get kills. So if I, for example, to drop down my Riot Troopers on their own, they get killed. You want to have a substantial push. So it's always good to have something backing units up. So what I'm going to do now is going to mislead Yoda by putting my tank on the right lane as I've just done there, but dropping it so far back it allowed my energy to build up, and I'm now going to jump over the top onto this turret with just Blaze with this right troops, airstrike to take out his Grenadier, which I was expecting, stun Yoda with a grenade, and the turret is mine, as is Yoda's jacket. See you, Yoda. That was a good attack right there. They're the kind of moves you want to be playing sometimes in this game. Obviously Sister is so mobile that she allows you to do that. And top left, Yoda is in a lot of trouble now because my Blazeman managed to get all the way up there with that right trooper and do some severe damage to that turret. But what I will do now is use my droids to help defend. Just take out this tank, as you can see, make swift work of it, because Blazemen are a great counter to almost everything in the game right now. They're probably one of the most powerful cards the Empire has. Sorry, the dark side. The dark side of the Force. So we are now in double energy, and what that means is that energy now goes faster, double energy. Rather than just one, you get two. So it makes dropping cards a little bit quicker. So Yoda's going to go across to the right now to try and defend. I throw down some units top left, I do a stun, jump in there, tank does get killed, but this is not going to be too bad. In comes the gunship, get out of there quick from his special ability. Yoda will die to the turret. Let's just clear up all this mess here. See that clone troopers. Level 6 clone troopers aren't too bad, to be honest, but the gunship's level 4. So I was going to make an attack there, but with just 15 seconds to go, there's no point really me just leaving it a bit vulnerable. But Yoda is on the back foot now. That's right, one last push with just 8 seconds to go. Get this turret with my droids, send them in, that goes down. Middle turret has hardly any health, so might as well go for it. Stun Yoda, and it's a GG 3-0. So if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe is a button somewhere down there. And I'll see you in the next Star Wars Force Arena, and many more Star Wars shorts to come too. May the Force be with you.